morning. It's Friday, May 20th, day 63, and it is hot and muggy. I'm leaving Pearisburg. Glass is already fogging. Going over a bridge. I'm not sure how far I'm going today, but there's a big climbs coming. Back into the muggy, moist forest. This is not going to be a good day for me. I'm coming up on finishing the 800-foot climb, which seemed like it took forever. And then right after that, I have a dip and a 1,200-foot climb. And it's muggy, humid. I'm doing all I can to keep my glasses from fogging and the glasses on my face. I'm soaking wet. We went from 45 days of freezing to death to 2 nice days to now being shithole summer. I repeat, I'm not really enjoying this. I mean, when the conditions are optimal, it's a nice walk. But I've come to the conclusion, the only thing that's keeping me going from one day to the next is getting to a hotel room and having beers and a real food. That's the only thing motivating me. It's not the enjoyment of the trail whatsoever. I may tap out at Lake Mountain Lodge for good. If I was to sit here and list all the things in my life that I've done thinking they would bring me fulfillment or happiness, I'd take up a good part of your day. And this is just another one of those things. It makes you want to ask the question, well, maybe you're just a miserable motherfucker, a miserable, unhappy, self-centered, narcissist motherfucker. That you have been given so many opportunities to succeed at something and do well at something, and then you allow yourself to become bored and dissatisfied and unhappy with them all. And I can give you a list. In fact, people recognize that about me. You got some new obsession, you got some new thing. You know, for me, I don't see it as an obsession. I see it as a way to bring purpose to my life and meaning. And then it always ends up short, no matter what it is. So am I a miserable motherfucker? Or have I been sent here, paying for some past sins in a past life, and this is my own kind of hell? Or is this providing some, is this doing something for someone? Is this providing some, you know, am I filling a role? But yeah, I mean, you can chalk this up along with everything else as something that ended up being a fascination that's just toil and meaninglessness. And I don't know, I guess that's the story of everybody's life when it comes down to it. You know, when you get that fucking call in the middle of the night that a loved one has perished for whatever devastating reason, or just old age, you know, a few weeks later, the scene's mopped up and the burial's over with and you move on. And then you ask yourself, what the fuck was the point of that? So, I don't know. It's a fucking wonderful life, isn't it? With high points, low points, and a whole lot of uselessness and meaninglessness in between. So, I don't think it's a question of whether I'm tapping out of this venture. It's a question of when. So I don't know what would be a good point. 700 miles, get to New York, at least say I got back home. I just, like I said before, I'm out here for all the wrong reasons. If what motivates me is getting to the Lake Mountain Lodge to have a Lagavulin and a nice bed and look out at these beautiful scenes without actually fucking humping it and sweating it for no purpose every day, 12 hours a day. I mean, if that's the reason why I'm doing this, then that's not a good reason. Because I haven't found anything else. Oh wow, there's a snake. Oh, there goes a deer. Oh, maybe I'll see a bear or a rattlesnake. Oh, maybe I'll see a moose. Oh, fuck me. Kind of hoping I see a nuclear bomb drop on DC. Who's that douchebag in Greek literature who pushed the rock up the hill and it came back down and he had to push it back up for all of eternity over and over and over again? Was that Sisyphus or some shit? I can relate. I wonder if the Bible is something they hand out when you're enter hell and it's your only way out of it. Because I feel like that apocalypse is coming and I'm going to be witness to it. That may be a little soliptic, but I see no way out of this. The great punishment is coming, Lord. Even greater than thou have given me for the past 57 years. There's only one reason I'm still alive, and that's to suffer. COVID didn't kill me. I haven't had a fucking heart attack or stroke, despite all my sins. Oh, death, where is thy sting? At this point, I can think of only thing worse than staying on trail, and that's getting off trail. That might do the trick, though. That should hold good. That's that plant I was at first thing this morning. Well, not first thing, but back at the highway before I got on trail. Oh, I'm near the top of 2 climbs. DoorDash just sent me a text of him standing on the ledge at McAfee Knob. A part of me was like, oh, that's super cool. And another part of me was like, fuck, I'm a week behind. Oh well, good for him. He earned it, man. He hikes quick. Guy's like, yeah, it's a good lunch spot. I was like, what the fuck's lunch? Must be nice. Yeah, I figured it out. It's me, I'm the problem. I'm a sociopath. I hate people. I hate myself. I'm an automaton. Oh, that looks fun. Let me climb the mountain like those guys. Go up that hill. Oh boy, that looks fun. I wonder where it'll bring me. Maybe to McAfee's Knob. Oh boy, I can't wait to set up camp and piss in a bottle. Anything I enjoyed, I left behind. What's left of what I enjoyed, that is. Man, if only I could jump off this mountain. Imagine being the crazy bastard who works those lines in a sled bucket. There's videos on those. Pearisburg, where I came from. Lake Mountain Lodge can't get here fast enough. I did nothing but climb for 5 hours. I get to the top, don't stop for lunch, take a few videos real quick. I run into a couple slack packers going southbound, and I just happened to ask, hey, have you seen any water recently? And they're like, oh no, you're not gonna see it for 10 miles, which is where they started. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I had 750 milliliters plus a half of 750 milliliters, but I was thirsty. And I don't like going bare bones here, especially if I don't make my destination later, which I'll get to in a second. But then I run into another slack. Well, no. Then I run into a couple that I passed, and then they passed me because I was fucking around on the mountaintop. And I had just happened a couple hundred yards after I told that couple to look at the campsite, and there was a spring there, and it was right near my location. So I was just about to look down there, and they come up, and sure enough, there's a spring, so I chatted with them for a second. Then I watered up, and then another slack packer comes through, and he's getting water, and he's already done 11.3 or 10.3. It must have been 10.3 because I just looked. So I was exactly at the halfway point, filling up with water and eating a cherry pie. I no sooner look at the clock again, and I'm like, man, I climbed that mountain. I was doing better than 2 miles an hour, even though I was climbing all morning for 5 hours. And that little bit of messing around and getting water and whatever. Plus there was a lot of rocks coming down. Anyway, now I'm behind schedule I thought I was doing better than 2 miles an hour. And now I gotta do 10.3 to get to the next shelter where there's water, which is where all the slack packers started today. I don't know, slack packers are getting to me a little bit here. They hop around like they're doing a trail. Not only they're not going in the same direction, I think they're picking convenient directions. Just running around the mountaintops without any weight except for maybe a water bottle or two. And I'm humping around this fucking sarcophagus. Yeah, I'm bitter. So I wouldn't say I hate people. I mean, I probably, when I'm in a decent enough mood and not miserable, I even enjoy people, especially as you get to know them, especially the ones that aren't slackpacking or have something interesting to say other than, hey, there's a nice spot for lunch. So I got a hump. For some reason, I feel like I got to make 20.6 today. What am I doing out here? This is pointless. Racing through the fucking humid weather and mud and trying to make fucking 20.6 miles. Worried about getting a little water so I can have a fucking peanut sandwich. Fuck this. Like an idiot, I just realized I'm sitting here humping my ass off to make 20.6 miles, and I don't have to, although that is the next reliable water source apparently. But since I watered up, and since I'm going to Mountain Lake Lodge, or Lake Mountain Lodge on Sunday, if I did 20 today, I still have all day tomorrow to hike, and I don't want to show up at Virginia 613 at 9 in the morning because check-in's not till 4, and the guy can't pick me up till 1, which means I'll have to walk to the lodge, which is, from what I hear, unbearable. So I'm gonna just find a campsite that's not 20 miles when the time is appropriate, and just set up camp and not fucking bust my ass for nothing. Oh, these rocks are killing me. They don't seem like much, but like, see these pyramid, what the fuck is going on? These pyramid shaped rocks just like come out of nowhere, and they just suck. Boy, this looks like a nice place to camp, right off the trail. Bear hang aplenty, fire pit, view. Oh man, what do I do? This is nice, and it's 13 miles, which means tomorrow I could do about the same or more, and then get into the lodge on Sunday. What do I do? Am I gonna regret passing this up? I mean, there's no water, and there's no people. Oh, what a tent stake. So I've been weaving in and out of West Virginia here. We're on the border. So I think to my left over there is West Virginia. I passed up on that campsite back there. It's just too early. There's 3 campsites within the next 4 miles. The last one has a spring 0.2 miles before it. So that's where I'm headed. And it doesn't look like it's a big campsite, and I'm afraid there's gonna be everybody there. The shelter's too far, but we'll figure something out maybe. It's been a long, hot, muggy day, but in the mountains here it's bearable. The climb for the first 3 hours was unbearable. What was that, like 15.2 today or something like that? From Pearisburg?
Mine said 16.5.
16.5 today.